eyes that he will need now. A soft light from the street lamp down the road provides the only illumination in the darkness, a light that Mrs. Bennet actually obscures him even better with the contrast. Arms outstretched, Bennet poises his weapon. A .38 Special, a Smith & Wesson Model 337 PD revolver, 5-round capacity. Bennet locks the hammer and aims the weapon at the doorway. He will not see the intruder until he hits the top of the stairs, until he reaches the 3rd floor. A beam of light hits the wall on the staircase, a small circle that flies about haphazardly, a flashlight struggling for context. The footsteps return, more furiously than ever once the intruder has his bearings. Bennet tries to count the steps, but fails. Through the darkness he sees the outline of the burglar, smells the combined odors of tobacco and outdoors and sweat. The flashlight swings left, the intruder's right, into the bedroom, sweeping the floor, hitting the legs of the bed but missing Bennet. A hand pats the frame of the doorway. The intruder takes 2 steps and stops in a panic. The flashlight swings in Bennet's direction, shines into his face. Bennet pulls the trigger a single time. A burst of red light, powder, the sickening sound of flesh penetration. The intruder sails back against the doorway and cries out. Bennet fires again as the man stumbles. The bullet splinters the wood of the door frame. The intruder is already in the midst of headlong flight, staggering and flailing down the stairs to the 2nd floor. Bennet's feet draw up from under the sheets. He sits on the bed in an awkward crouch, his ears ringing from the gunshots, his pulse vibrating, his entire body, sweat dripping into his eyes again. The gun is still pointed aimlessly toward the doorway as the clumsy sounds of the intruder reach the 2nd floor once again. Bennet allows one foot after the other to slowly plant on the bedroom carpet. He holds the gun away from his body with both hands. Then he moves toward the staircase. Noise from the 2nd floor. A slam against a wall, a groan. Awkward footsteps echoing off the hardwood. Bennet steps over the intruder's flashlight, lying helplessly at the top of the stairs. He descends the dark staircase, his left arm flat against the wall, his right holding the gun facing up, only the balls of his feet touching the carpet of the stairs. His head is cocked, listening for the intruder, who has not yet taken the stairs to the 1st floor. Bennet hears his breathing, his coughing. No way to know where the bullet had hit. Shuffling of feet on the hardwood, a body once again in motion, one step on the carpet of the stairs, then a thud, a wounded mass stumbling and sliding down the staircase to the tile of the bottom floor. His eyes slightly adjusted to the dark, Bennet swiftly follows the curve on the winding staircase and reaches the 2nd floor. He peeks around the corner of the staircase, spots the figure of the intruder on the bottom floor getting to his feet. Bennet tries to think through his options, then he decides not to think at all. Bennet takes the final staircase in leaps, 2 stairs at a time. He tumbles off the final stair at the bottom, crashing against the wall of the hallway on the ground floor. As he turns, the darkness illuminates with 3 bursts of light. The deafening pop of 1, 2, 3 bullets echoes through the hallway. August 2000. 1. When my eyes pop open just past 4, I reach instinctively to the right side of the bed. My hand hits a cold pillow, a split second before I realize that it was supposed to. My movement causes stirring from the 2 dogs sleeping on the bed, my pugs. The overhead light is on, and one of them, Jake, the older, ink-black pug, gets to his haunches and looks at me expectantly. No, I say, disabusing him of the possibility of a walk or food this early. This causes the puppy, Maggie, to leap to attention. She's a fawn, brown, the color of coffee with cream. She moves to Jake, in the process walking over a document resting on my bed. I watch her through the fog of sleep, the bright light in the room and the words of the television commentator standing in contrast to the still darkness outside my window. No, I repeat, reaching for the paper. It's the memorandum I've read over a dozen times since its arrival 2 weeks ago on my desk. The document is flipped to the final page, the conclusion of the legal analysis, which confirmed what I'd been saying. In summary, I concur with the conclusions of Jon Soliday. Under state law, as I interpret it, Attorney General Langdon Trotter's nominating papers are invalid. He is, therefore, disqualified from running for the office of governor. A proper legal challenge could be filed to remove him from the ballot. I exhale slowly. Our opponent in the gubernatorial election is not qualified to run. God.